morning, Unshaken kids. Welcome to online Sunday school. You guys know what today is, right? I mean, if you know it, just shout it out. It's Mother's Day, that's right. So in honor of all of your mothers, we're going to talk about honoring your mother. You guys see my mystery bag here? Mystery bag. Should we open it? See what's in there? No. No, not yet. We're going to wait just a little bit. Okay? You know, before we started online church, we were actually studying on Sunday mornings, going through each of the 10 commandments. And if you remember the 5th commandment in Exodus chapter 20, verse 12, it says, "Honor your father and mother so you may live long in the land the Lord your God is giving you." It's a commandment. It's in the Bible. It says, honor your mother and your father. So for this morning, we are going to answer 2 big questions. Our first big question is, why do we have to obey our parents? Does anyone ever wonder that? Why do I have to obey them? Why can't I just do whatever I want? And the second question is, what does it mean to honor your parents? To honor your parents. Okay? 2 big questions today. Why do I have to obey my parents? And what does it mean to honor your parents? So get stretched out. Here we go. All right. Question number 1, why do we have to obey our parents? Now, I'm sure if we really sat down and started thinking about it, like really thinking about it, we could probably think of a whole lot of reasons why it's important to obey our parents. But for our purposes this morning, I have 3 reasons. Just 3. Easy to remember. 3 reasons. Are you ready? Number 1, and let's be real, this is the only reason we actually need. I could have stopped with this reason right here because it's the most important one, and it's the only one that really matters. With this reason, we could just stop. Are you ready? Reason number 1, because God tells us to. We don't need any other reason to obey our parents other than God told us to obey our parents. I mean, he says it right there in Exodus chapter 20, in the 10 commandments, the things that he commands us. Honor your father and mother. That's all we need. God told us to obey our parents, so we should obey our parents. We obey our parents because God told us to. All right, so that's simple, right? God told us to. Boom, number 1. Number 2, this one's a little, crazy when you think about it. You know, obeying our parents is kind of like practice for obeying God. Because God knows that we can't see him, and we might struggle to obey a God that we can't see. You know, it's like, who said that? What? I don't know. Things we can't see, it's like, are we sure we're going to listen to that? So God gave us parents. Well, one of the reasons God gave us parents is so we could practice, because one day God's going to speak directly to you, and he's going to ask you to do something. And if you always say no to your parents, you don't want to do that, you want to do whatever you want, do you think you're going to say yes to God? I'm not sure that you will. So obeying our parents is like practice for obeying God one day. And that's a pretty big deal, because I always want to be someone who says yes to God. No matter what he says, I want to say, yes, God, I'm there. Let's do it. So good practice for that, obeying our parents. Now, the third reason we should obey our parents, and we're going to get super practical here. Ready? Obeying our parents keeps us safe. You know, when your parents tell you to look both ways before you cross the road, they're not just being mean. They want to keep you safe, and they don't want you to get hit by a car. So our parents' rules are like boundaries for us to keep us safe. In fact, God's rules are the same way. God doesn't give us all these rules like honor your parents or don't lie or don't steal, not because he's just mean and he just likes making up rules. He wants to keep us safe. So obeying your parents is one of those things. You know, older kids, maybe your parents won't let you have a phone yet, or maybe they limit how much time you can be on the internet. Or maybe they, my parents, when we were growing up, like the only computer in our house was in a common area where they could see what we were doing on the computer. Did they do that because they're mean and they just didn't want us to have fun? No, they did that because they loved us, and they knew there were some things on the internet that were dangerous, and they didn't want us to be unsafe on the internet. All right, so let's review 3 reasons we should obey our parents. Number 1, because God tells us to. Number 2, it's good practice for one day obeying God, or even today obeying God. And number 3, it keeps us safe. Okay? 3 reasons to obey God. Now, should we check out what's in our mystery bag? Yeah, let's wait just a little bit longer. Yeah, let's wait just a little bit longer. All right, so our next big question is, what does it mean to honor our parents? Because the Bible doesn't just say obey. The commandment, I read it earlier. In Exodus chapter 20, it doesn't just say obey your father and mother. No, it says honor your father and mother. And honor, if like this is obeying, honor is up here. It's like a little bit more than just obeying. Actually, I brought a special guest with me today to give us an illustration about what it means to obey, but not to honor. Check it out. All right, Abby, clean up your toys.
I don't want to.
Now, Abby obeyed her mom, right? She cleaned up her toys, but did she do it with a good attitude? Did she honor her mother as she obeyed her? No, because honoring our mothers has to do with our attitude, not just our actions. She obeyed her mom, but she did it with a bad attitude. When we treat our moms with sarcasm or anger, or when we're rude to them, we're not honoring our mothers. And that's what the Bible commands us to do. So let's check out Abby again and see if she can honor her mother and obey with a good attitude. All right, Abby, clean up your toys.
Yes, ma'am.
Obedience is in our actions. Honor is in our attitude. Our attitudes are important. So today, I want you to honor your mom, not just obey. When she asks you to make your bed, don't just throw the covers around so you can say you did it. Actually, do your best and tuck in the corners of your sheet and fluff your pillows. And you know what? Later on, you're going to thank yourself, because when you get into that nice, cozy bed, you're going to be glad you made it. Or when she asks you to set the table, sure, you could just throw some plates out there. Or maybe you could like fold the napkin into a swan. Okay, well, that might be too difficult. But the point is, honor your mom every day by obeying her with a good attitude. Now, you ready to see what's in my bag? Because I'm ready to see what's in my bag. Brought this mystery bag here. Let's see what's in here. Oh, it's a birdhouse kit. Now, if you watched last week's video, you saw Miss Allie and I building birdhouses. Well, guess what? I have 2 more birdhouse kits right here. And I want to give them away to someone. So if you would like a chance to win one of these birdhouses, here is what you have to do. Have your mom or dad film a video of you telling me what you learned today and one way that you can honor your mom. And I'm going to put all those people in a drawing, and you could win one of our birdhouses. You have until Wednesday to get me your video. So on Wednesday, I'm going to come on Facebook and I'm going to draw some winners. And I'm going to deliver this birdhouse to your house, and maybe you can make it as a gift for your mom. I bet she would love that. You could paint the outside. That's what I'm going to do with my birdhouse. I'm going to paint the outside of it. So if you want to enter our drawing to win one of these 2 birdhouse kits, just send a short video of you telling me what you learned today and how you can honor your mom. And I'm going to do a drawing on Wednesday to see who wins a birdhouse. Well, everyone had a lot of fun with you today. I hope you have a great week. I hope we're back together soon. But until then, we'll keep meeting right here for online Sunday school. So don't forget to wash your hands. Love you guys. Have a good week.